Hi, Scott here. Hope you're well. Happy Friday. And this is the second time I'm recording this, so feel like a bit like deja vu for me. So lots on offer today, lots of great looking setups. So we'll go through my charts, and I'd like to see, hopefully you go through your charts before you check out my video and see how much we agree on and how many you picked up, and see if maybe I missed a few as well. So let's go into Aussie yen is that first one. Go to the daily first. And what do we have here? We have rejection of this strong level, bullish day yesterday, bit of room to daily 20, daily 50. Looking like my DDP for today is long. On the 1 hour chart, we now have a break out of this sort of consolidation for the last day or two or three. And now we've got a break of the 4 hour 50, which looks nice. Fibs line up pretty well. And we can have a nice little CBO setting up here. We have clear break of the 4 hour 50, nice break. Maybe go a bit higher first would be ideal. So the fib 382 lines up the 4 hour 50. Either way, still looks pretty good. Keep an eye on that one. And there's a few Aussie pairs on here. So Aussie is having shown some strength yesterday. As a Kiwi, been waiting for quite a long time for this to do a reversal, it seems. Strong day yesterday, bullish day yesterday, so it's looking good. Definitely a DDP of up today. We have here a break of this trend line. We've got a break of the 1 hour 50. And it's not quite pulled back yet. It was quite a lower, poor attempt, but that was in a really low volume hour, so it's still got a bit of time yet to pull back for a nice little IBO. That'll be, we've got higher, definitely got a trend change, higher highs, higher lows. 4 hour is, we don't really have a higher low yet. So that'll be an IBO B. And hopefully that's set up soon. So that's quite a nice looking Aussie Kiwi IBO long. Still got Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar rejecting a strong level with the room up to the next strong level, which is already rejected before. So we've got definitely got a DDP update today. Again, we've got a nice break of the 4 hour 50. And when that pulls back, that'll give us hopefully give us a nice CBO. Pull back to 382, also lines up the daily pivot, so you can have this as a pivot snatcher, or maybe even a hyper trade if there's room up to that strong level we talked about on the daily. So options there, or I myself would just go for CBO, get a tighter stop. 4 hour 50 is before the 618, so that's good enough for CBO. And that's a very nice looking setup there. So hopefully that will pan out. So CAD Swiss. Right, CAD Swiss, we've stalled at this level 2 days now, two dojis. So we've got a few options here. One is a simple swing reversal. So on the daily chart, we can put in a little trade here. The low is just below the low of that candle, which is probably 2 days ago. It's probably better to go with a safe option. The entry just above yesterday's candle, and trading back towards the daily 50, and that could be a 2%er almost. And we're looking very, very oversold. There's no actual MACD, is there? I think you need to have a MACD for a swing reversal. MACD divergence, so that doesn't count for that. Okay, but if we go to the hourly chart, we have plenty of options on here. This trend line has been broken. Clearly broken the 1 hour 50, then back below it, so it's kind of messing around a bit. But we do have an option here for an SBO. Break above the 1 hour 50 again, discretionary, because we've already had it really back here last night. But if it breaks above again, we could have a SBO setting up here. low behind these lows to be really safe, trading out to the 4-hour 50 as the minimum, or even the daily 20, or even the daily 50. So there's plenty of room on there for a nice big trade. Daily 50 is right up here. So that'd be a very big one. So SBO is a nice looking option. If you're not happy with that SBO, don't trade the SBOs, then you can just wait for an IBO. Another discussion one, because we've kind of had one here. But as it breaks, falls back into an IBO and trade that long. So a few options on there. CAD yen. CAD yen still at this level, hoping it'd come back to this stronger level just below it, but it hasn't really done that. Bullish day yesterday, and we're looking over here. Yeah. Right, so it was looking okay for an IBO as another break, discretionary. We've already had 1, 2, 3 of them. And then I spotted this trend line. So we're trading through the trend line. So the IBO is setting up nicely, but this previous action is telling us it's going to have to break through it again. So if you do want to take that on, if you're a pretty aggressive trader to do that, and I wouldn't do it. Trend lines are very strong, as you can see. This last time it rejects it here. Try it again here, keeps rejecting it. So secondary, or maybe even take it off my list. Swiss yen. Pulling back to the daily 50, kind of stalled here. We had another bullish day yesterday, so there's a little bit of room perhaps. On the 1-hour chart, we can see we have a CBO. It's a very tight one, but there is room up to the daily 50. Again, we've got sideways action, so not the best of price action, but a possibility of either pip snatcher. You can get a pip snatcher for the day 20, or even a CBO. The CBOs are pretty good. Elliott wave wise, it's a bit mixed. Maybe we've already had wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this wave 5, we've got wave 1, 2, 3. We're waiting for wave 4, which is their pullback, and wave 5 is their trade. So not perfect, but it's an opportunity. So moving on, EuroCAD. Another one of these stalling at a level with a nice little doji yesterday. So again, we can have a swing reversal. We won't have a MACD on this one because it's such a strong trend. Very, very overbought. So if you've got a strong trend like this, you're never going to get a MACD reversal, a MACD divergence, because it's just been too long, too strong. But the fact it's been overbought, so heavily overbought, we're up to the 80 something, 81. That's really, really overbought. So discretionary, you could use that as a reason or a justification for taking the swing reversal. So there we go. Stop above the highs, entry below the lows. If you're not a member of ProTrader, scottprotrader.com, you can sign up, and in the 3 hours of free education my mentor Luke will give you in videos, he covers the swing power trend and swing reversals. So in there he'll give you the exact strategy. Okay, so that's one option. If you're not a swing trader but a day trader, there's a few options on here as well. We've got swing breakout, which you kind of had last night, but it's come back behind the 1 hour 50, so you might even get a better entry. It breaks again, discretionary, because we've already had one, but good enough for me. That's a swing breakout. You can then put stop behind here, or even put stop a little bit lower for more aggressive. And then there's plenty of room down to day 20 and the daily 50s. That can be really, really good swing trade, swing breakout trade short. Also notice here the ABO. We've got 2 tests so far at this level. We would need a third one to really prove the strength of this level. And also you want to prove it on the daily chart. Make sure you're happy with this level, which I believe I've been through this. You can see on the monthly, it's been through this a number of times. So I'm pretty sure it's a strong level. Do your own checking now, of course. And then you can trade an ABO, or you can just wait for the IBO and then break, pull back, test this trend line, and then trade that short. So options there. Euro yen. Right, so we were still at this level. Then yesterday we broke through it, and we've broken to the upside through the daily 50 and the daily 20. So maybe we get some more positive action today. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. What does that give us? MACD wise, we had a MACD reversal here, but it pulled back below the 0 line, managed to break above it again, and we started another uptrend. And the MACD is looking good. So, yeah, MACD okay. Not 100% convinced because we've got obviously a lower one here to here. We have lower on the MACD. So, a bit unsure on that one, but we do have a possible pip snatcher here, trading to these before these highs. Daily 20 and daily 50 behind us, hourly 50 catching up, wire 50 just behind us as well. So a possible pip snatcher, not the cleanest, not the nicest. I put it on secondary as well. Right, it's Euro yen. Let's go to pound Aussie. Okay, rejecting this very strong trend line we had going back forever, it seems. You can see it go back on the monthly before 2017. And it's rejecting it well, and we've got a bearish day yesterday. So looking for some price action to the short side today. Broken the 1 hour 50, it hasn't yet pulled back to the 1 hour 50. So an IBOC, because we've already touched the 4 hour 50 pretty much. IBOC, pull back to 382 in the 1 hour 50, and then trade it down to the daily 20 or even further if you want. So that's a nice looking IBOC short pound Aussie. Pound CAD. Another great stalling at a strong level. A high test. They had a bullish day 2 days ago, but again, that's stalled there. So that's looking very good for a swing reversal. Again, you have it tight. You can have a tight entry just below yesterday's candle, stop just above yesterday's candle, and that is a nice tight swing reversal, over 2% on that one. Oops, do that. Let's tidy this up. Okay. That's good. Let's go to the hourly chart and see what the day traders would like to do. Like pound CAD, we've had a strong level of resistance here. You could possibly say there's an ABO on as well. ABO is still on. Maybe that. We need to have another test of this level and pull back to here. So ABO is an option or an IBO. Now, pound CAD doesn't really set up until another 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours. So it may just go sideways and then break down to give us a nice IBO, breaking this trend line, and then trade it short. That's a possibility. Keep an eye on that one. Pound dollar. It's rejected this level. It's heading back towards it. Looks like there's a bit of room there. It's going to go long for a bit more. What reverses? Here we have a pip snatcher. So we have uptrend since the test is 4 hour 50. MACD is looking good since then. So chance for a quick pip snatcher there, 1 to 1. Very nice for Friday. Kiwi CAD, very, very bullish. Again, we've got a swing reversal. Nice looking doji candle yesterday. It'd be great little swing reversal today. And we've kind of missed the entry, but we could discretionary on the break of the 1 hour 50, or even the break of this trend line. You could take that on. And after that, if you don't want to do an SBO, this is an SBO, of course, because it's a swing breakout. Take it down to the 4 hour 50 or the daily 20 or even the daily 50. That could be a very nice big trade. Or you wait for a break of the 1 hour 50, retest this trend line, and then trade it short. That could be a very nice trade as well. Last one we look at, dollar CAD. Bullish action, rejecting this line, pulled back to the day 50, went up against this support resistance level, which you rejected with a doji candle yesterday. Beautiful looking deceleration. Not yesterday, the day before, sorry. And then yesterday we had a bearish day. So that's looking really good for some more bearish action today. Looking at the 1 hour chart, we have a break at the 1 hour 50. Putting back to the 1 hour 50 will give us a nice IBO short. 382 lines up well. Also got the pitch snatcher possibility in there if you can get that 1-to-1 before the 4 hour 50. Eyeballing it, looks like you probably will just about. Or you can just take the IBO short down to day 20 or the daily 50. So that's a good option as well. Very good. Okay, so I hope you found that interesting and you've learned a bit, and maybe this all ties up nicely with what you're seeing in the markets. I wish you all the best. It's Friday. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you next week. I'll see you then. Take care.